What's going on, guys? My name is Alex from Fitment Inc. and today we're going to talk to you about the truth about XXRs. So I know the first thing that you guys are thinking when you clicked on this video is, are XXRs good? Do they break? Are they reps? Are they junk, or are they any good?
I can't call it.
And I want you guys to actually watch the entire video, which can be a little difficult, because we're going to talk about all of that in today's first episode of Wheel History. So I know a lot of guys run XXRs, and it's probably the most controversial wheel in the actual automotive industry.
True that.
You can't go onto a forum and talk about XXRs without somebody either blasting or praising the wheel company. So we thought we'd start it off simple by just talking about the history of XXRs and where they came from. So a lot of people don't know this, but XXR was actually incorporated in 1976, and 2 short years later they actually began making wheels in their original wheel factory. By 1983, they were already producing wheels for Japan. Now, XXR is actually founded and based, and they sell and generate most of their wheels in Taiwan, where 60% of their sales actually go to Japan, 20% to the United States, and 20% to the remaining countries of the world. So honestly, by the early 2000s, XXR was already producing wheels for the United States of America. So that's where almost all of your XXRs are going to be seen in Japan. Apparently, they love them over there. I guess that's cool. That's nice. So XXRs are actually known for their low cost. I mean, you guys know this as well as we do. You can actually go on our website and pick up a set of XXR 527s for like $430, which is absolutely insane. Buying a wheel for $100, it's crazy, and it's almost unheard of, and that's where a lot of the speculation for XXR comes from, is because of their price point. Now, if you typed in XXR right now on Google, the first thing that you're going to see in the first 10 threads is, are XXRs good or bad? And honestly, XXRs are what they say they are. They're just affordable aluminum alloy wheels. They get a lot of their designs from the Wedsport TC105N, the BBS LM, Advan RS. The only thing that you have to consider with the XXR designs is that they're a fraction of the cost for a lot of the wheels that they look like. And they're not necessarily replicas, and that's another miscommunication. So at a fraction of the cost, it's a damn good wheel. How are XXRs made? That's a pretty good question. XXR use something called squeeze casting to make their wheels. If for those that are familiar, squeeze casting is when you pour everything in there, then you take a thing and you put it in the other thing, and it gets pressurized, and then the metal goes everywhere, and then you let it cool down, and then you take the wheel out, and there it is. And then you do your small design changes and all that sort of stuff, like your drilling and all that. Squeeze casting is not just like pouring in gravity fed, it's actually a little bit different, so it helps remove the impurities or having oxygen inside your wheel. But that's generally considered why people have an issue with XXRs, because they use squeeze casting instead of something that's more like billet machining or actually forging the wheel, which is probably the nicest way that you can do a one-piece wheel. However, them doing the squeeze casting is the reason that their wheels are only $100 a wheel. So if you want to get something that's a little bit higher priced, maybe something that's a little bit more lightweight because they're using forging as their way of getting the wheel, then XXR is not the wheel for you. But if you're looking for something that's going to get you a daily driving car that looks nice, that has a ton of finishes and styles and dimensions and doesn't weigh a crap ton, XXRs aren't a terrible wheel. They're used for autocross, they're used for drifting, they're used for pretty much everything, and you'd be able to find a set of XXRs on practically any vehicle on the road today. So I have here a number of tests that XXR does. So they do things called like the finite element analysis, raw aluminum test, metal spectrum analysis, coordinating measuring, wheel impact test, wheel bending test, wheel radial fatigue test, air leak test, x-ray test, and vibration test. High-speed rotation test, corrosion resistance test, chemical resistance test, accelerated weather test. I don't even know what that means. Paint adhesion test, flying stone resistance test. What does that mean? So they check the wheel. That's all I'm gathering from that. And that was taken right off their website. Really, with our conclusion, XXRs are a great wheel if you're looking to daily drive a vehicle, that you're looking to have something nice on your car that isn't going to break the bank, that gets the job done. So that's our wheel history on the XXR. We hope you guys enjoyed. If we missed something or there's something that you want to talk about, if you disagree with us, let us know. We love to argue. Otherwise, drop a comment on what wheel you'd like to see next. I'm going to finish my coffee. My name's Alex, and we'll see you later.